What's going on, everybody? John here for another RepairStation. I haven't done one of these in like a couple of years, but I came across a problem here tonight with one of my Japanese PlayStations. I was trying to play a Japanese DDR game that I got in, and it booted up the disc, and it came to this kill screen kind of, and I'll show it to you right here, a screen grab of it. And what it looks like is that Konami on some of their Japanese games put in a kill screen when it detects that a system has been modded or hacked. So it kills the game and won't let you play it, which is pretty smart, especially for 1998 or whenever DDR the third mix came out in Japan. So I'm suspecting that this PlayStation is modded. So I'm gonna do something I don't know if I've ever seen anyone do, is demod a PlayStation. I got this one when my brother and I, actually this was like a few years ago, I found a Craigslist deal. And I noticed something was kind of fishy with the post. There was a Japanese Guitar Freaks guitar controller in the picture, so I don't think they realized they had a Japanese console. But if you can see it, it's right there. NTSC-J is how you know you got a Japanese system. So what I'm going to do now is open this guy up and see what we got inside. I'm just going to open the 6 screws that you see on the bottom of the console here. So here we go. Here's our laser assembly. Which model is this, by the way? This is the, SCPH 9000. So this was one of the last models before they switched over to the small form factor PS1. So by this time they've pretty much well tightened everything up. It's kind of dusty in here. I may clean that out later. But we'll have to take this ribbon off for the laser, as well as this connector here. And it'll lift right off like that. And you can actually see it right here. That is a mod chip. That's what I'm looking for. So I'm gonna have to get this shield off here by, looks like I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 screws. Looks like I'm actually missing a screw there. So yeah, there are 2 screws missing actually. So whoever did this before didn't keep their hardware organized, but and I'm gonna have to take the controller memory card ribbon cable out here. It just pops right out. And this is the power board here. So you can see that, so I'm going to take that off there. I'll take it off with this end too. Try not to touch any caps because you never know. Take that cable off. And then release some of these screws. Yep, there it goes. Here is the shield. So here's the main motherboard here. So we've got 4 wires here. We've got 4 wires here. Try to work that in there. Going to these points here, here, and 1, 2, 3, and then there's 3 wires come off the chip, and then a jumper here. So I've got my soldering iron heated up, and the solder sucker, and I'm gonna try to do my best. I might not even need the solder sucker really. This is so small. I'm not used to soldering on stuff this small, but I'm just removing it, so it shouldn't be anything but as simple as heat and lift. Okay. So I don't think there are any cut traces. It would be ridiculous if they had to like cut some kind of trace. I know on some mods on different consoles you would actually have to lift a leg of like a BIOS chip or something. That would be absolutely ridiculous if they did that. So I'm just gonna remove this. The wire is very thin. Goodness, I don't even know if I don't think I even had to put any heat on that one. Hopefully you can see. The lighting's a little weird here in my kitchen, but lift this guy off and we are clear. Looks like a little sticky tape here. A little double-sided sticky action going on here. There is 2 screws holding down this motherboard right now. That's ridiculous. So here we go, 1 mod chip. You know, I might just hold on to this, see if I can mod one of my American PS1s with it. I just wanted to take it off because I wanted to play my Japanese DDR game without having to mod an American console. I'm going to play it on the original hardware. I lost a screw, there it goes. So now that that's off, everything looks like it's good to go. Like I said, I might off camera do a little housekeeping in here. It looks a bit dusty. I know a lot of my stuff kind of sits in the garage exposed to the elements, so I might tidy up a bit. Okay, so we've got our power board cable here. Put this back in. Kind of Molex connector. Put this one down on this side. See how. Trying to figure out how the heck this thing went back in. Sure, it looks good. It clicked, so I feel like that's where it's supposed to go. Now they're all power leads, so you really want to make sure those are seated in there. Remember in high school I was fixing a computer, I was putting a stick of RAM in the slot and I didn't seat it all the way correctly. And when I had fired up the computer, there was like a big arc, and I actually saw a little tiny flame on a little tiny chip that went up. It was actually pretty ridiculous, and it was school property, so I wasn't too bummed out about blowing up something I owned. Sorry, taxpayers. And put the laser assembly back on. Again, there's no, usually on something newer, for these ribbon cables there will be like some kind of clasp that would come up, but I don't see anything like that on here. So looks like we're all done in here. Put its hat back on. 6 screws back down. And just like that, we have got a unmodded PlayStation. Now to take it down to the game garage and try to fire this bad boy up, see if it works. So we're down in the garage now with our newly demodded Japanese PlayStation. It's the same one, as you can see. Scoop! NTSCJ, that's the one. I'm going to put it into the PlayStation kiosk here, because that's how I've been playing DDR lately. It's kind of the next best thing to have in an arcade. Hook up the AV. Hook up the power. Alright. And we've got Dance Dance Revolution 3rd mix. It is totes Japanese. This was not released in America. I'm only doing this not to be like, oh, look at the crap I have, but it's really just to kind of prove the legitimacy, I guess. And we will see if this thing works. Fingers crossed. All kinds of fingers crossed. Fingers, toes, all kinds of body parts crossed. Alright. So I've got my Cobalt Flux pad hooked up, and here we go. The sound potentiometer on this has been real screwy lately. You gotta kind of fiddle with it. Come on. Be the number. Do it. Yes. Did not get our kill screen. The kill screen came up before that. We have successfully demodded a Japanese PS1. That sounds like butts. This sounds terrible. That might be my next RepairStation, is fixing the volume potentiometer.
Dance Dance Revolution! Give it your best!
I haven't played DDR consistently since high school, so...
Select the game mode! Let's see your hands now!
Let's see. Let's see here. Just do something a little easy. At least I hope a little easy.
Ooh, Konami sound.
Ho, ho, ho. Official data. There we go. I didn't know that was a thing.
Are you ready?
This was before the days of modifiers.
Show me your hottest move!
And that is our demodded PS1. For more PlayStation-centric content, more video game stuff, more me and Kevin, check out our other videos. Remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment below on what other PlayStation stuff you want me to fix. So until next time, I'm John. And until next time, I'm John, and I'm signing off. Peace!
I picked up Mr. Driller on the PS1 because it's a nice clean copy. I had to pick it up. Yes, MLG Mr. Driller.